Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Sunday Service Podcast. I am your host, Sister Stephanie.
I'm also your host, Sister Sally, and we have a special guest with us here today. This is Sarah.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm great.
Welcome
How are
back
you?
to Miami.
Thank you. Glad to be back.
She's not from here. Where are you from?
She's not from here.
Right
Where are you from?
Well, it depends. Well, right now I'm from ATX, Austin, Texas. But originally my root is Middle Eastern, Sumerian.
Yeah.
Oh,
When did you
yeah.
come to the U.S.?
About 11 years ago.
11 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
How old
yeah.
are you? Sorry, that's a bad question.
No, it's all girls here.
Yeah.
Like, we're all girls.
No, I
it's
was
fine.
just talking with Aiden about this. I was
Listen,
like, I think she's my age.
no, age is a good thing. Aging is a good thing. Like,
Yeah.
this is not what we're doing on this podcast.
Yes,
No,
Like,
we're promoting.
we're
No.
honest about our ages. Aging is a privilege, bitch.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. No,
Period.
there's nothing wrong with that. But I always feel young in.
Period. That's all that
exactly. But no, I'm 27. So.
Shut up.
Yeah.
You seem so wise. So,
Oh.
like, I thought you were my age, which I'm 32. So,
Okay.
like, it's not that far apart. You and Steph are closer.
No, I think also when someone like has like their business and they're like getting
Yeah.
shit done and they just really have it
Yeah.
all together, you're like, damn, you must have a lot of life experience because how
I
the
know.
fuck?
I feel like when I was a teenager, like I grew up like very fast because I think when you travel alone and you don't have
That'll
any
do
family around you and stuff like that.
Wow. For
and
sure.
I lived on my own for a very, very long time and no family members around me. So I think that puts you in a mindset where you have to
Absolutely.
really grow. And yeah. So but I lived this entire time in Austin, Texas.
Do you like
But
living there?
I love Austin.
Yeah,
it's
I've heard good
so
things.
like it's so homey. And
Yeah.
just gives you that vibes of I don't know. And there's a lot of greenery. I love greenery, and the people are super super nice. Yeah, but
Yeah.
we come Miami often. Like Miami is like our second home.
That's how we met.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
me and Sarah met. It was a networking like event, right?
Yes.
It was like a 3-day event that your boyfriend was.
Yes, we did called the Circle Syndicate is like a mastermind network, and then it was a 3-day. It was it like I think it was like 3 months ago or so. A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit over 3 months, and then that's how we met on. We got Aiden
Yes.
as our videographer for the event, and then me and you met on
Yeah.
the boat.
Yeah, I last minute. So their last day of the event was held on like a yacht, and like Aiden was supposed to be working it, and he last minute asked if I could come with, and I was like, oh yeah, of course I
Yeah.
want to come with. But it was
Yeah.
like this like entrepreneur like networking event, and remember I was all stressed out. I
yacht.
was like, oh my god, I need like something cute to wear. Like,
oh,
I'm
that
like,
was that.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
I was like, I don't know how to dress.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, it's a yacht, but like these
Yeah.
these are all people that are here for like networking purposes and
Right.
business.
Yeah,
Like, it's
yeah.
not like popping bottles and like
Yes.
going like crazy
on the
twerking
boat.
on
Yeah.
a yacht, you know?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, how do I play this? Do I wear like my usual bikini? What do I wear? You know, I was like stressed out, but it
Yeah.
ended up being so fun and
Yeah,
like.
it was. It
Yeah.
was, and we clicked right away.
Right away.
And I felt like I was looking at her, and it was so funny. And I was like, "Are you a Libra?"
Oh,
She
I love
asked me
when
that right
happens.
away.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
Because I'm a Libra, and then I just felt like her energy, like
That's
we
cute.
just like together.
Yeah.
And I don't know, she reminded me of one of my Reiki healers in Austin, and she gave me that vibe of like such like she had that aura, like such glowing and welcoming and warming. And
I
I
love
was
that.
like,
That made
Yeah, I
me feel
love that
so
too.
good.
yeah,
No, I like when people like recognize those things in someone, you know? Like,
Absolutely,
yeah, that's
yeah,
really
yeah.
It's such a
that's
good
gorgeous of you.
compliment.
Yeah,
Like,
for
it's like
sure.
100%.
way better than anything physical. Like when
Yeah.
somebody says, "Oh, your energy and your aura is like so warm," I'm like,
Yeah.
my God,
Like,
wanna
I
cry.
love you.
Yeah. You just know you're like automatically like on the same page.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, so I know for a fact that that's like what we all have here for
Yeah.
sure. You know, I felt the same way when me and Sally met. We were like, oh my God, let's start a podcast together the day we met
I
each
love
other.
that.
Like,
Yeah. How'd you guys meet?
I was doing her hair. She actually hadn't even moved here yet. She
Okay.
was, we've told you guys this story, but we like basically.
For anyone who doesn't know.
For anyone
yeah.
who's just tuning in and for Sarah, like we, I was just in New York doing hair for like the weekend or whatever.
Okay.
And she came to see one of the style or colorists I was working with while I was there. And I happened to be styling her afterwards. And we just like, you know how when you just like click and all of a sudden get deep?
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
it was just
Yeah.
like deep end
Yeah.
immediately head first. And like we just started talking about like real shit. And we connected like on a super deep level about like relationships and like toxic relationships, abusive relationships,
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that, which is what ultimately where we were like, oh my God, both of us are so passionate about this like
Yeah.
topic.
talk,
Like we should talk,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And Steph was like, I'm trying to start a podcast. Like, you should be on my podcast. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I would love to be on your podcast.
Yeah.
She was like, well, we'll connect, like, you know?
Yeah.
And then, like, a couple months later, boom, she's here in Miami.
The
and
way that it just like naturally happened, even, you know, after that was really just crazy and something that we couldn't deny like pursuing together. You know, we were both like passionate about something,
Yeah.
connected over the same topics and wanted to do something with it. And that's like the power of like networking, connecting with
Yeah.
people and then connecting with like-minded people is that like you can do cool shit like this.
And like, I know you're
100%,
big
yeah.
on this stuff. Like,
Right.
when you're like so in tune with yourself and your purpose,
Yes.
and you're manifesting, you're doing all the work on yourself. Those people, you
They
just
just
gravitate.
attract. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You just like immediately, it's like a magnet. Like, you're like,
100%. 100%.
I'm gonna be friends with you.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. Yeah, and a lot of people don't realize that like it's such a powerful thing. It could take
so
literally just
powerful.
a 1 second of shift and literally everything around you just like it could change
Yeah.
completely because you just need it to literally just remove yourself from a certain level of frequency, right? And tap into that next one and just like you realize the huge change with like the people that you attract, certain opportunities is gonna open up, like business or whatever that is. Like it's just like it keeps on changing and elevating.
Totally.
Yeah.
We were talking about it right before you came that like you really are who you surround yourself with too, and that's why
Yeah.
like being in a space where we're all connecting with people who are only on the same page as us.
Yes.
And then especially like aside from that, like women who are also like supporting each other and wanting the best for each
Yes.
other and wanting to connect and put each other on and, you know, mention your name in a room full of opportunities. Like
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
really powerful.
Exactly. Yeah. Because think about it. Like, I feel like it's so easy for men like to connect with each other and just like there's not a lot of, you know, a lot of work you put into it. But what I feel when it comes to women, sometimes like a lot of women struggle to find the group of women or that community that actually lean into it because, you know, oftentimes there's a lot of women like only busy with like gossiping or
Yeah.
blah blah
It's hard
blah,
to,
right?
like-
Or drama or
Yeah.
like get stuck in the mindset, right? So it's beautiful when you found a community where you all on the same page,
Right.
and literally just your mindset is just like getting better and helping each other to get better and holding each other accountable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surrounding yourself with people who also want better.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
nothing like that gives me more life, you know? Like I can feel when people want good for me.
Yeah.
And I feel like I make other people feel that too.
Yeah.
Like that's a superpower. That's
100%.
something to
I
like
mean, if
want to
it-
spread and be proud of.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if anything, whether in friendship or family or relationship or business or whatever, if it's not helping you to get better each day,
Right.
that has no room to stay in your life. Literally,
Cut it.
Like, cut it.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
Libras are good at cutting
Yeah,
people.
we are. We're a little too good at it. I was like,
I know.
I was just talking. Who was I talking about this the other day? I was like talking about how when I was going through my really serious healing phase, like where I was like, cut, snip,
Yeah.
bye, see you later.
Literally,
like,
yeah.
don't care.
Yeah.
And then now I'm kind of to the point where I am trying to shift a little bit and be more loving
Yeah.
and channel that part of me
Yeah,
now. Because before it was like I needed to just cut everything that wasn't like
serving you.
yeah, because like I couldn't take anything more
Yeah,
because I was
yeah.
healing and I
you're
wasn't
like, I
my
need
best.
to tunnel vision
yeah,
my way through
I had to
this.
tunnel
100%
vision.
me.
Yeah, yeah.
And then now I'm to the point where I like really want to be that woman that I strive to be and be like operating more with just pure love, like
yeah.
and forgiveness and you know what I mean,
Understanding,
like
compassion, all the
understanding,
things.
compassion.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
yeah,
like these
yeah.
are things that I really want to like channel because I know I think there needs to be more people like that, you know?
sure.
Like there needs to be more people moving with love and forgiveness and compassion and grace for
Yeah.
everybody's situation.
Absolutely,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah. Because I love how you said that. Because at first, when your walls are so up and you're just focusing on cutting people off, because you realize yourself that you didn't give enough love and compassion to yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And once you did that, now you want to project that and give that
Yes,
to others and
absolutely.
just have them to feel the same way as you're, you know.
And then if you like look back to like when you're going through that phase, like all the people who gave me love and compassion and grace for my
Yeah.
situation, I like I'm still like thanking them to this
Yeah.
day. Like, thank God for you, you know,
Yeah.
because they didn't cut me off when I was at my worst,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So now that I'm strong enough to be that type of person for somebody else, I like want to be it, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
And I think that's what this podcast is about. Like, we want
I
to be
love
that,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Like, we just want to
100%.
spread that and make a safe space and, you know, uplifting space for anyone, really,
Yeah.
you know, that's
That's
going through
That's
it or
why
not.
this connection happened in the first place. And
Yeah.
from what I'm
Yeah.
aware of, just before you even walked in, we were talking a little bit about your program or your I don't want to name it the wrong thing.
The
but-
Infinite You.
yeah,
Yeah.
tell us a little bit more about that, because it really just is so aligned with like our whole theme of this podcast and just life in general. Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love it.
Thank
Tell
you.
us about it.
Yes. So the idea of Infinite You came from so I didn't grow up having a lot of friends.
Okay.
Not because I'm very like social and outgoing person, like I click with everybody. But it wasn't when you live by yourself for a very long time, you tend to and learn to self-soothe all the time.
Yeah,
Right?
like
And
I
you
can
get
take
in
care of
exact
myself.
yes, you have the mentality of being so independent and
Almost like protecting yourself from like
exactly
what other people are capable of.
exactly, yeah. And so so I didn't grow up like having a lot of people around me to like if I'm having a bad day or if I want to share something or whatever. So it just like keeps it in me, right? And so, but you don't realize after a certain time, you won't be able to do that.
Yeah, you're gonna explode.
You're gonna explode
Right.
because
Yeah. You have
just like
to,
your
yeah.
system is just like, oh,
No, humans are not built for
it's
that.
not built for that.
No,
right?
we're gonna, especially women. Women are not built for
No.
that.
We're not. We have to like
Connect
and share our
right.
feelings and all that. So but after that, of course, I got into a relationship and then I was able to, you know, to express myself because he created that safe space for me. And then I also, I'm very big on, of course, bettering myself and healing myself. Like literally sometimes you have to take your own healing by the balls.
Literally,
and then,
yeah.
and then just like do the work. And so like I did a lot of like self-healing. I did therapy. I did Reiki healings and all that. But one day I was just like literally laying down and like a download came to me. And then
That's literally what it is.
yeah,
is
it's
a
literally
download.
what that is. And so at first I felt like my throat, like, you know that feeling where you feel like you're about to choke because you
Okay.
have so much bottle up on
Yeah,
here.
it's like you're gonna cry or
Exactly.
like scream or something, and you're like
yes.
the lump in your throat.
Yeah. So this is called our throat chakra. I don't know if you guys are familiar with chakras. I'm sure. So I felt like my throat chakra was like super blocked, and I was like, I don't know. At first, I felt like so annoyed. I was like, why the heck am I feeling that way? You know. But then I realized like it's okay to feel that way. Let me show myself some compassion and just like let me meditate on it and see what like what's that feeling? And so I meditate on it, and then during the meditation, a download came to me, and I'm like, wait a second. I felt like I went through this whole journey, and I'm like learning, and I'm still learning, but like I had so much experience, and I have like life experience, relationship experience, business experience. I read, I expand, and I feel like I'm holding so much inside of me that I'm not sharing it with other people. And so, and to me, it was like one thing that came as well, since I didn't have that safe space and support for me to share whatever I need to, or if I ever was in need, let me create that space for other women to feel safe, to be able to share whatever they need to share, and create a community where we support each other and lift each other and connect and come with ideas and collaborate and all that and learn together. And so, and then that's how the woman mastermind kind of was like, I want to create that. And then the Infinite You, the name of it is me believing, I'm a very spiritual person, and so in believing that we're infinite being.
I love that.
We never die. We only just transcend and elevate through vibration and energy, right? And so the infinite name is we are infinite being.
Love it.
And there is infinite abundance if we really like tap into it all around us. Like if you look at it, like there's abundance of land, abundance of trees, abundance of like just everywhere you look, there's abundance, and there's abundance opportunities and abundance of like infinite love, and so that's what the infinite came, and there's infinite amount of knowledge that we can tap into it. So that's how the name kind of be. It's just more of unlocking.
I love it. I love it.
Thank you.
No, I love it so much.
Yeah, it's just like I wanted to unlock a certain things that sometimes we don't realize our own power unless someone that comes give us that reminder, right? And to me, I want to install that in other women. And
like if you could
help
be
them
that
to
for
rise.
someone else,
exactly,
that would give you, that would fulfill your purpose.
Exactly,
And
and then do this for each other. Because one of the ways that we elevate and expand is like learning from other people, right?
Yeah.
And being around powerful women, it's just woman's energy is a beautiful and powerful energy. So having to be around that
collective, right?
Exactly. That divine feminine.
I love it.
Which, like, I think I love it too. This just started. We had one call already. I'm part of the little group.
Sign me up.
Absolutely.
And like all the girls are like basically entrepreneurs, right?
We have most of them, yes, and then I think we have a couple of they're still students. So I want us to.
The age range.
Exactly. The age range is, and to me,
I think
honestly,
that expands to everyone.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then even I had some of the women that were like, oh, I feel bad. I'm not that active because I don't have a business. And I'm like, honey,
girl,
you don't need to have a business to be part of the group. That's not even like the goal of it. The vision of it is just like be here, like learn from each other.
Right.
If you don't have a business or whatever you have, you don't have to take that on, but you can of course learn from something else.
Right.
Because we talk about a lot of stuff, and especially I wanted to focus more, as you know, like more on the energy and feminine, masculine energy.
That's awesome.
And one the way we did it is more of like every month we have a challenge. And then I started like little by little, for example, like having your routine set, having your meditation and journaling and all that.
So it's like a support group of women, like all kind of like, let's get better together. Let's share.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like the only requirement is that basically. It's like you want to get better and have a group of
100%. Yeah. If you a person like if you're not, want to get better, if you don't want to learn, then Like,
Right.
you don't need to be.
Well,
in it,
I
to
think
be honest.
for some people who feel like stuck in that way too, like it helps when you have other people who are doing it with you and that are
Yeah.
on the same page with you and, you know, are just, you're all doing it together. Like it
Yeah.
makes it, it's like going to the gym for the first time. Like
Exactly,
it helps when
yeah.
you have someone kind of giving you like a nudge or like a reminder, getting you up every
Exactly.
single day.
Yeah, yeah.
Telling you to
Yeah.
get your shit together. Like it helps.
100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then even like I'm trying to do it in a way where I believe like in compounds effects where you have to do something over and over in order for you to get a result. So I'm not just gonna dump something on you and then it's just a one-time thing and that's
Right,
it.
it's,
Like
like,
you have to sit and
consistently-
practice and go with it over and over until it becomes you, like part of who you are. You embody that. You embody your morning routine. You embody your meditation. You embody your journaling. You embody your feminine energy. And part of it as well, I wanted to focus more of, you know, I know with like being an entrepreneur is very like a masculine energy that you have to be in that like
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
boss shit and all
Yeah.
of
Right,
that,
boss
and then a lot of
bitch, yeah.
yeah, and then I feel like they're promoting that, and everybody is on that, which is totally okay. Of course, you gotta be on your bag, right? But I think it's like people tend to forget that as a woman, when you stay in your masculine energy, like you drifting away from your real power, which is
I'm glad you're talking about this. Me and
Yeah.
Steph are big on this.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
we both
yeah.
really want to be in our feminine. Like
Yeah.
we don't want, and we struggle with it
I want
in
to
our.
let my
Yeah.
hair down
Yeah.
and kick my
Yeah,
legs up.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we struggle with it in our relationships
Yes,
too.
yeah.
Like me and Aiden as like an example, like we've
Yeah.
had this conversation, like
Yeah,
literally to a T.
Well, you guys are
where-
also both entrepreneurs too, so
Yes.
it makes that like invisible
yeah.
battle
Yeah.
ground.
And he's the first person that I've been with ever in my life that has made me want
to be a feminine. And
to
you're
like,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I want this
Right.
actually.
Yeah,
I really
yeah.
want this. Now, how do I get there? How
Yeah.
do I
Yeah.
get more to that and less on this masculine side, you know?
Yeah.
Because I'm so used, like you,
Yeah.
being so independent and
which
reliant
is
on
not
myself.
which is like it just happens normally when
Right.
you're like on your own and trying to do things and trying to start a business.
You're
and
in
on the
survival mode, yeah,
Exactly.
you're
So
not-
you tend to be in that independent
Right.
mode.
Which is beautiful too.
yeah,
but
of
like,
course you need that. You
Yeah.
know, you need to use it off like sometimes at a
Right.
certain situation. But if you always like sit in it all the time, it's gonna become like a very uncomfortable where like
Yeah.
you're just like you're unstable.
'cause that's not how we
you're-
were designed.
Exactly. Yeah. 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 It's so funny when you mention about like relationship, like because I had the same thing with Ali when we first met. I was like so independent, and at first, like, that's so funny. At first, you don't realize that you're so independent because you're been in it for so
Yeah.
long that you
Yeah.
don't realize it anymore. And then when we met, like, he literally wants to do everything. Every time, like, I'll leave, like, I was so independent that I don't want shit from nobody.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm not like, I got this or whatever. And then, so every time, like, I leave the house and I come back and I see packages on my door. And it's like, he keeps ordering stuff. And then I'm like, why you like ordering these things? And I used to get mad because I'm so traumatized and being like all by myself. And I'm
Yeah.
like, why you
You didn't know how to accept that as like a
yeah,
good
I
like
wasn't
a
in my feminine, because feminine energy is like about sitting back and receiving.
Yeah,
Literally. That's what it is. If you're not
I love that
receiving
energy.
and getting offended about everything,
Right.
you're literally just sitting in your masculine
Totally.
energy. And that's how like I was like that, and I'm sure like most women's like are literally like that because like
Wait, let me
I
ask
got
you,
this.
you're not like that anymore.
No, I'm not like that. anymore.
Period.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, you're
not.
like, babe.
Keep it coming.
No, I don't even need to ask him for anything. Where it's just like
Exactly.
But I just sit back and receive. When you sit back and receive, you don't need to even ask.
Right.
Yeah,
Anything.
that's-
It just comes to you right away.
Right.
And it's
Literally.
like, and just so everybody's who's watching too is clear, like we're not just talking like gifts and things like
Yeah, or
no,
like
no,
pay
no,
my
no,
rent. Like,
absolutely
no, we're
I
not.
can just
Not
see
about
people's
material.
minds like, what are these girls talking about?
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
please.
No. Like for instance, with like Aiden, like when I finally feel like my light bulb clicked on about like how to be in my feminine,
Yeah.
was like I just had to sit back and do what I'm trying to do and be loved.
Do what you're
Yeah,
naturally
yeah.
good at. Yeah.
I wanted, as soon as I started projecting love, he started handling more and more and more and
Yeah,
more.
Also,
exactly,
me and Sally
yeah.
we talk about this all the time, but I also feel like, especially with a male and female dynamic, like if it's that, like you're with a masculine man and ultimately truly like a feminine woman, the only way that relationship is gonna work is if you both know your roles.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely. It's so crucial because
Yeah.
oftentimes in a relationship, it happens so much. They're either like both masculine,
Right,
and then
fighting
it does
for
not
power,
even,
like-
it does
That's
not
the
work.
worst.
Yeah.
It does not work. Or like if the man is like more in their feminine
Right,
energy,
right.
it's like no.
Well,
no,
and
thanks.
me and Aiden thought.
like no,
Me
no,
and
no.
yeah, I don't even know about all that, but me and Aiden fought for power for a minute. I was,
you
And
weren't
I
I
used
wouldn't give
to
it up.
just kicking
Yeah.
your feet up.
Exactly. Yeah.
I was like, oh hell
It
no.
feels strange because
Yes.
you feel like at first, to me, I felt it felt weird. It's like,
because your
I don't
guard
wanna-
is up.
Exactly. Yeah. It was like I want to give in, or like I don't want to seem.
It's like your ego
put
talking.
Exactly. I don't want
Right.
to put my walls down and sit and receive. But what if this person is like, because
I'm not gonna let him fucking play me like that, or maybe
What if he abandons
me?
Like I got
Yeah.
soft for him, and yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
What if he takes it all away from me? What if he like rips it
Exactly.
all away? Like,
Exactly.
Do that
Yeah.
to me, yeah.
Yeah.
I
which
think-
like is still a fear I struggle with. I'll
Yeah.
say, I'll be honest. Like I even still right now, I struggle with like abandonment issues, and we're
yeah,
very
these
clear
things show
on
up
that.
differently in our
Yeah.
relationships.
Me and Aiden actually
Yeah.
just went to our first therapy session together.
I love
Yeah,
that.
so it's actually really good, and like we're talking about all this kind of
That's
stuff.
good. Yeah.
And she's like a marriage and family therapist, so like it's like because me and Aiden see each other in our lives forever, so we say like, why not nip it in the butt right now and like work through this stuff together before it becomes like a real issue.
Yeah, sometimes you
Absolutely.
need like a mediator, to
mediator.
like help
It
help
helps.
you guys see and understand each
And
other.
like one of the
100%.
first things, and we're not really supposed to talk about a lot, but I'll just say one of the first things he brought up was like the masculine feminine
dynamic.
roles and the
Yeah.
dynamic that
Yeah.
he desires for his life, and how like sometimes he struggles with how I'm not like in that part yet,
Yeah, yeah.
So it's just funny that we're talking about it, and like
Yeah.
I really do feel like you become more. I feel like I'm way less stressed out. I still get stressed, but like I'm way less like
tense, maybe.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm able to like trust him a little bit, and
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. You
when
feel like somebody got your back.
Yeah.
That's
like
that's all
and
you
like
need,
it takes time in a relationship too to get
For
there,
sure.
but like
Absolutely.
it's slowly happening for us, and it's like a beautiful thing, like where I'm like, wow, I actually feel like I'm at home today. I'm making dinner tonight.
I
I'm
love that.
cleaning
Yeah.
today. I'm doing the things I used to pay people to do because I was too busy.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm like enjoying it too.
Yeah.
Because I'm doing
You're
it
like, I
for
feel like
my
a
man,
woman.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like a woman.
And I'm like
cleaning
doing
these
it for
floors.
him and for us. Like
Right.
I'm like providing in my
Well,
own
ultimately,
way.
it's for the
Absolutely.
betterment of your relationship.
Yeah.
And if your relationship is a happy place, then you can be a happy person. You can be a feminine woman. Like that only happens if you're actually like nurturing that. If you're
Yeah.
aware of like what you need to be doing, your role, who you are, what makes you feel the most natural and free in yourself and in your relationships with your clients and
Yeah.
everything. And I love that that's your shit and that's your group and
Yeah,
that's
mission.
something
Yeah.
that you guys are all have access to and something that we are going to be doing together. Like it's so expensive to like have these relationships. You know? Like, it's
100%,
worth
yeah.
everything. And to have like a group like that is like just, I mean, to have that accessible to anyone is like,
And I feel
100%,
like
yeah.
you kind of want to get like meetups start
Yes.
going eventually, right?
Yes,
So cool.
Absolutely. It's just sometimes like my hands are so full, like
Yeah.
because I have other businesses, but I definitely want to do that where we meet up, and I literally want to do a retreat where we go on
That's fire.
somewhere.
Yeah, that sounds
Uh,
like amazing
yeah.
to me.
Yeah. So just like go and just get into our feminine energy, and then
Do
just
all
like
the things.
all the
Yeah,
things.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. We should. I would love to do that.
know.
So let me know when you
Absolutely, yeah. Probably we'll do like a meetups, not casual, but like just like we did in the Circle Syndicate
Yeah.
type of meetups. And then we could do it maybe here in Miami. And then we'll plan a retreat
Right.
somewhere.
I would love that.
Yeah.
And just so everybody knows, Circle Syndicate is
The Circle Syndicate is also a mastermind, but it's more of like
masculine.
men.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
masculine.
It's the other side.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
more businessy.
Yeah.
Of course, they focus on it's just
Supporting each other.
supporting
and
each
stuff,
other
but-
and stuff. But they're focused more on the business. Like if you
Which
really
is
want to
the man.
connect,
Yeah, let them have
yeah,
their.
Yeah.
and it's more of like a funding type of
Yeah.
group.
Nice.
Right.
Yeah. So it's a little bit different. This one is we do like.
Oh, it's so different.
It's very
Which
different.
is cool
It's
though,
very
because like
different.
your boyfriend that's his thing.
Yeah.
But it just shows exactly what we were just talking
Right,
about.
the
The
difference,
masculine, the
right.
feminine.
Yeah.
You know, there's
The work that needs to be done on our side and the work that needs to be done on their
exactly.
side.
And it's completely different.
Yeah.
Like whole different worlds.
Right.
Which is how it's supposed to be.
Right. That
Yeah.
that work is so necessary. Meditating
Yeah.
is so necessary. Taking care of
100%.
yourself is so necessary. Elevating your business is so necessary. Like feeling confident as a woman is so necessary.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
all of these things.
I mean, me and Steph were just talking about hiring like an assistant for our podcast to help
Yeah.
us stay on top of stuff.
Yes.
Because if we're not nurturing ourselves and doing the things that we need to do, we can't provide for all these people
No,
who
yeah,
are
absolutely.
watching,
Yeah,
and we
yeah.
can't keep up on the things that are important,
100%.
and then we don't feel fulfilled out of it, and that's like the
Yeah.
whole thing. So it's like
Yeah.
investing in yourself and investing in the things you need to do so that you can do that, so you're able to nurture others. You
Right.
know, like
Yeah.
if you're not doing your meditation, your journaling, your things that you need
Yeah,
to do
how
in your
can
day to
you
day,
be-
how can you do it for all of our viewers,
Absolutely,
our other
yeah.
people in the group? Like
Yeah.
you can't,
Yeah.
you can't. It's not possible. So
Let alone your
100%.
relationship.
and
and-
Yes.
that's a whole nother,
Yeah.
you know, it's like you have to like really take, like as a woman, you really have to like put all of that stuff first to be able to provide the feminine energy we're talking about. Like
Absolutely. Because it's not about, if you only like in a doing, you're not gonna give your full potential. Because
Right.
especially, speaking of like the feminine energy, the way we get things done is we sit back, and we gotta sit back and receive and rest. Like we're like, if you notice, us women, like some mornings we can't like get up.
Literally.
Because and it's okay. We used to beat ourselves so
Babe,
much
are you
about
listening?
that.
I was listening to
Because-
an Andrew Tate podcast this morning where he was explaining women are meant to rest, be at home, laugh, enjoy life, pamper, take care.
Yeah.
And we're supposed to be in the trenches.
saw
I was
that.
like,
we have, us women, we have to work in cycles.
Right.
Like if you understand your
that's
cycle,
how we work.
Yeah, because we have like,
This is so
a
interesting.
cycle is
It
like
is.
it's so complicated.
Oh, that's like a black hole.
And
yeah.
I feel like it's so sad we weren't taught this at school
I
or at
know.
homes or everywhere, where there's like certain weeks of the month that you literally just rest.
Right.
That's it. Like that's all you need to do. And then there's weeks where you're at your peak, where you're in a flow state,
Right.
where you're like just like taking risk and
go
doing
getter,
go
yeah.
getter. Like this is where your power starts.
Yeah.
And then some weeks you're just like, you know what?
I think the days that we have where we're like feeling good, recognizing ourselves, not having body dysmorphia, getting shit
Oh my
done,
gosh,
we
yes.
got energy. I think that's like 3 or 4 days out of the
Literally.
whole month. So for majority of the month and majority of our lives is just fucking chaos.
Literally.
I know, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But if you really understand that, you understand the power, then you're like,
I think like even just this year, I've started to understand myself, my body, my mind,
yes,
all so
yeah.
much more.
Yeah.
And like I will sleep and rest and just pray and read and stuff like that when I'm
Because
like,
it's going to make you so much more powerful when you
Yes.
have those times where you can take advantage of your energy and whatnot. Like,
Yeah.
for so many years of my life, I thought, what the fuck is wrong with me? And going to doctors and being
yes.
prescribed birth control and all of these things.
Isn't that the
And
worst?
don't even get me fucking started on that.
Yeah, that's
that
horrible.
well, we
I
can
swear,
have a
like every time I go to a doctor, like I've never been on a birth control or anything, but every time I go, it's like, hey doctor, what's
like
wrong with me?
candy.
I'm like, my period's getting late or whatever. They don't tell you like, oh, you should eat this type of foods or you should like do this yoga position
Right.
or whatever. They only just like, yeah, take a birth control.
Here you go.
It's so fucked up. It's
Why
so
aren't you
fucked
on
up.
it already? Here you
It's
go.
so fucked
Take
up.
Yeah,
it.
I know.
But
It's
if
like,
I had access when I was younger, like if this was taught in schools, yeah, that'd be fucking
Yeah.
great. You know, when I have children, like they're being taught these things early
Mm-hmm.
because there's no way or no reason why people should go throughout their whole life just finding out at fucking 27 years old, like that my cycle is determined by the fucking moon and what's going on
Yeah.
and my body and my chemicals. And like, it's like, I'm still learning. I still don't know everything.
Yep,
And
yep.
like to have places that you can go to like learn these things and talk about these things in comfort and feel safe and heard and understood is huge.
absolutely. It was
Because
like,
I didn't
oh,
have
damn,
that when
I'm
I was
not
younger.
alone.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
what we're doing here.
Yeah.
I know. I knew you would love her as a
Yeah,
guest.
like you really belong
I
here
know.
and just, you know, in this network of people, you know,
Yeah.
like that's why we're friends and hopefully we can do a bunch of things together.
Absolutely.
I
yeah.
mean, we've even talked about having like a little meetup, like a Sunday service
That would be
meetup.
amazing. We should.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
so down for that.
Yeah,
Like
that's
even
something.
like a dinner or like whatever,
100%,
like
yeah.
something like that where we meet up like a small group
Dude,
of us.
I love that. Like I think a couple of months ago, I was just like, you know what? Let me just host a little
get together.
Yeah. And I did, and I just invited like about 4 friends, and some of them they met just for the first time ever, and then some like I met them a couple times, and one like I literally just met her, but when I'm telling you the space that was created, and then it was so beautiful, it was
I
so
love that.
sacred that I was like honestly, that was one of my proudest moments.
You were like, I need to do this more
I
often.
Yes.
literally need to do that more often because
Wow.
the things that we just like, it was just a beautiful energy. The way that like everyone just connected and everyone just like opened up and shared some crazy shit. Like you
That's
literally
what women
like,
do.
so-
That's what we
exactly.
do.
Because it was just because there was a safe space was created.
Right.
And these women, they're just like opened up, and then we realized like we have so
much
much
in-
things in common,
Girl.
and then we all kind of we all had our own journey, but we all had a very
Something we
similar,
can relate to each other with.
similar struggle.
Yeah.
And it was so beautiful.
Oh,
So I
yeah.
like the power of like just women getting together and just like being able to like open it up, and then being in their feminine energy, and then just like feeling safe and open up their throat chakra, because most women they have a problem with throat chakra and able to express ourselves
Right.
like
Yeah.
freely. Like we're always like so hesitant, and we're always like self-soothe and piling up and all that. So it's beautiful
Yep.
to see women just like open up and share.
I love
Yeah.
it. That's why we do this, because me and Steph are so open with our feelings,
Yeah.
like, and we want other people to be open. So we're like, let's
Yeah.
just share
Yeah,
all
we
of our
wanted to
shit.
create a
Like,
space
yeah.
where, you know, we're just talking about the things that we talk about when we're alone and with your girlfriends. And
Yeah,
like
yeah.
those conversations can benefit people and those
100%,
meetups can benefit
yeah.
people.
Yeah.
So there's definitely like a lot of endless possibilities.
Endless
Yeah.
possibilities.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can't think of someone who is more fitting for this podcast to be as a guest. So thank you for
Thank
coming
you.
on.
I
Yes.
No,
Sister
seriously.
Sarah.
guys.
Sister
Yeah.
Sarah.
Sister Sarah.
Thank you guys.
No,
Thank
we
I
love you,
appreciate
and I'm so happy you got to join us today. I'm so happy
Me
everyone got
too.
to know you.
Yes.
Thank you.
We'll put her handles and stuff in the description, so you guys can follow her on Instagram and all of the things, and then keep up with Infinite You and anything we do together, hopefully in the future. I'm really excited about that.
Yes.
too.
But
We'll have you
yeah.
on again too. We'll like
For sure, absolutely.
get in deeper into some topics and
Yes.
like it'll be great. So.
Yeah, I'm really dying to dive into that birth control hole, but
Yeah, a lot of stuff. I have some like.
yeah, so maybe we'll have a part 2. Guys,
We
let us
should,
know if you
yes.
want to see a part 2.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments. That's a wrap for today. We love you guys. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week on the Sunday Service podcast.